the forensic pathologist suddenly realized that the dying kidnapper looked exactly like her. Then the woman called out her name, which left her completely stunned, because she didn't have a twin sister. When she tried to find out who this woman was, the other woman was too severely injured to answer. This also shocked the police chief. After reviewing the files, he immediately told Anna that the kidnapper was Maria, the owner of a company. Last December, her husband had committed her to a psychiatric hospital for schizophrenia. Moreover, she had been shot dead on the spot after kidnapping her own psychiatrist. At first glance, Maria's life seemed completely different from Anna's, but to confirm whether the two were related by blood, Anna brought a photo of her mother. She pressed her mother, demanding she reveal her true origins and whether she actually had a sister. Yet her mother insisted there was none, claiming she had only one daughter. She even scolded Anna, accusing her of talking nonsense while drunk. Anna was convinced her mother was lying, so she decided to investigate on her own. She collected DNA samples from herself and Maria and asked a colleague to run the tests. Little did she know that after she left, her mother burst into tears. After seeing the news about the kidnapping, she seemed to be hiding a secret. Later, Anna eavesdropped on the interrogation of Maria's husband. Apparently, Mark was completely uncooperative, convinced that the police regarded him as a suspect. In the end, he admitted only that it was Maria's birthday on the day of the incident, so he had picked her up from the hospital at the last minute, but he lost sight of her for a moment, and she ran away, which led to the psychologist's kidnapping. This shocked Anna even more, because the day before had been her own 36th birthday. To learn more about Maria, she went to the kidnapped psychologist's office, but found nothing. But upon returning to the crime scene, she witnessed a terrifying scene. She could feel the pain Maria experienced when she was shot, along with the sounds and the movement of the air at that moment. It all felt so real. Even someone as rational as her couldn't explain it. This only reinforced her belief that there must be some kind of connection between the two of them. The next day, when she went to work, the police chief suddenly told her that the case had been closed. She objected, saying the motive for the kidnapping hadn't been established, but the sheriff insisted it was an order from above that could not be disobeyed. Even at the press conference, Maria's identity had been replaced by someone else's. The purpose was to frame that person, because her husband didn't want anyone to know of her death. This made Anna even more suspicious. She decided to take a risk. She secretly crawled into the trunk of Mark's car to get into his house, and overheard a phone call between Mark and Maria's mother. Both insisted that the news of her death must not be made public. Maria's mother even threatened Mark, saying that if the news leaked, he could forget about keeping his CEO position. This left Anna deep in thought. Could Maria's death have been orchestrated? Later, she quietly searched through the drawers in the villa and found several old photographs, pictures of a bar and other slum areas. She jotted down these locations, planning to investigate further. That evening, the colleague in charge of the DNA analysis returned with the results. The two samples were identical. This meant Anna and Maria were biological sisters. She couldn't believe it. She didn't understand. She had lived 33 years without ever knowing of her existence. And why had she suddenly appeared? She sneaked into Maria's funeral, just as she was reflecting on the fact that she had a sister she'd never met.